All right, so let's look at biology. I wanted to start from ecology, but I can see that you have done it, or you are still discussing ecology.
No.
With that note, you should show me. My God.
Is
Is that what he said? Is that what people are doing ecology? Anyway, let me leave ecology for now. Maybe the lecturer handling it will still continue with it. Maybe, I don't know. So let me not jump into it because he has always, unless maybe by the time I'm done with what I'm doing, I listening. Maybe by the time I'm done with this, where I'm starting. I want to start from now, and you guys have not actually done any of that thing. I mean, continue from where he stopped. But I wouldn't want to go into that now because he already started doing something there. So let me just continue from another angle, and let's see how it goes. Okay. At least I can see that you have defined ecology. You have talked about abiotic and abiotic factors. Have you done have you actually gone down to the abiotic factors, listing them and talking about equipment or devices used in measuring the abiotic factors? Don't worry. Let me. Maybe I want to believe that he's still coming, right? He will. I don't think he will jump it. He will continue with it from where he stopped.
Excellent.
What is twice my size?
Wow.
Hello. All right. Let's look at living organisms. Let's look at living organisms. This is jam class. I may not go and start telling long stories. I'm going straight to what your syllabus want us to do what? Cover. Straight to what your syllabus want us to do what? To cover. All right. So here, are we together? Please listen. You make noise too much, you play too much, and it's not good for you. There's time for everything. We are in class. Let's be serious. We are in class. Don't misplace priorities. We are in class. And I left my house, whatever I should do, because I'm here, because I want to impact. And if you are playing, then how would you learn? You're making mockery of the whole system while you are here. That's not everything. Please, let's focus. Now, let's look at what we are going to look at here now, under living organisms. Of course, you know what living organisms are now. So, what do you understand by the term living organisms? Yes, what do you understand by the term living organism?
They can move. They can reproduce.
What are living organisms?
Maybe plant and animals. Plant and animals.
What are living organisms?
Plant and animals.
They are organisms that
They can reproduce.
they can not only reproduce, they have other characteristics.
Movements.
I'm not asking you. I said, what are living organisms? Just a simple sentence is okay. What? Good. Simple. Straight to the point. Then you can now start explaining. If there's time for explanation, you can now start going into the characteristics, trying to compare it with non-living organisms. But the major thing is that they have what?
Life.
Simple. Is that clear? Now, so that means you and I, the cockroach in your house, the mosquito you see around, they are all what? Living organisms. Are we together? The plants, they are all what? Living organisms. They are also living organisms you cannot even see with your eyes. True of us. They are also what? Living organisms. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so now what based on what your jam syllabus want us to do, we are could just go straight to look at the main differentiate between living and what non-living things, or living as case may be. So that's what we will go straight to the point. So we have done all those things in your solution. I just want to focus. Who is playing music here? What is all this? Please, let's work on our manners. So it's not all about what we are taught on the blackboard, on the whiteboard. Yes, we should have manners. It's very important. If a teacher is here teaching, you are here playing music. Does it make sense? I have announced it. You can stay if you're not offering biology, but don't stay to distract others. All right. So now let's look at the you can have it as in form of a what? Table. Okay? You can have it in form of a table. You can have it in form of a table. Then you can put down. So let's compare living organisms. Let's look at the difference between living organisms and what? Non-living organisms in terms of their what? Organization. In terms of how organized they are. So let's look at it in terms of how organized they are. Under living things, you're right. Under living things. You don't do what? You say what?
I don't understand. You say difference between
Table like
No, we are comparing. You were talking here since with him. That's the problem. When I was talking, you were discussing.
No, he's asking me that. What is this? What I said.
You were discussing. I didn't want to know what he asked you. You were discussing, and that's why you didn't hear me. Hello. Touch him. Get out. Fast. Get out. You have done enough. Out. Easy. All right, so let's go. Living things are composed of cells. They are composed of what? Cells, which are the basic structural and functional units of life. Of course, you know what cells are, right? They are composed of what? Cells, which are the what? The basic structural and functional units of life. On the part of non-living organism, or non-living things as case may be, they lack organization. They lack what? Organization. Non-living organisms, they lack what? Organization. They lack organization. Then you continue. They do not have cells. They do not have cells. They do not have cells. They do not have cells or any form of what? Organization. They do not have cells or any form of what? Organization. Look up. As living organisms, you see how that's why we study levels of what? Organization in living organism. We have levels of organization. As you are now. Sorry, I don't want to break you down, but let's assume, and I want to, if there's a way to break you down to the smallest unit, smallest of the smallest, what do you think I'll find? It's not cell I'll find though. It's not tissue. Atoms of elements. Are you aware? Atoms of what? Elements. As you are now, you're just composed of. If I break it down, the smallest thing I'll see is elements. Can be mainly carbon must be there. Then hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and other things. But it boils down to what? Elements. Then if you now destroy the element Of course, you cannot destroy elements using ordinary chemical process. You start seeing ions, you start seeing protons, neutrons, and what electrons. But basically, it's what atoms of what elements. Now you see how human beings are organized. Not just human beings, living organisms are organized. Organized from one level to the other. From atom, you see atoms interact to form molecules. Molecules, different molecules interact to form macromolecules. Atoms interact to form what? Molecules. Different molecules interact to form what? Macromolecules. Different macromolecules interact to form what? Organelles. Different organelles interact to form what? Cells. It's actually from cell. All these ones from atoms to organelles, they are non-living. They are non-what? Living. So organelles, which are non-living, interact to form cells. Cell is where the life begins. Cell is what? The living components. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Cells. So different cells, depending on their functions, interact to form what? Tissues, right? Different tissues interact to form what? No. Organs. Different organs, depending on their function, we organize themselves to form what? Organ what? System, or system, as case may be. System here form what? System. Next is the what? Organisms. But organism form here is what? The multicellular what? The multicellular what? Organisms are formed here. Here, are you aware that organisms are also formed here? Are you aware? Here we have your what? Unicellular what? Organisms. Things like amoeba, paramecium, they are just one cell. They are just one cell, right? But they are also organisms.
Yes.
So organisms at the level of cell, because they said that life begins here.
Yes.
So there are some organisms that are just one cell, and that's one cell carry out the functions of life by the organelles that is inside them. The same thing your lungs is doing, the same thing your digestive system is doing. They have organelles that are carrying out those functions. Two of us. That's why I said that life begins here. Our wit together. This is the one that's living. So we have unicellular. So above organisms, you start seeing things like what? Communities, right? Right? Population, right? And what? Eco what? System. True of us. These are the levels of what? Life. Levels of what? Organization. So it's not cell. Cell is not cell is just the basic functional component of living. But everything starts from where? Atom. So have you now seen how these atoms, sodium, what is it called? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen are now organized to form complex organisms like you. But a non-living organism is not like that. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Number two. Metabolism. Metabolism. The one you call metabolism. Or metabolism, you have under metabolism, you put down something. Living organisms carry out metabolic processes. They carry out metabolic processes such as photosynthesis, metabolic processes such as photosynthesis, respiration, digestion, such as photosynthesis, respiration, digestion, etc., in order to sustain life. In order to do what? Sustain life. Remember, I said that life starts here. Remember that life starts here. So that's why all these things I'm talking about, all these metabolic processes is carried out by cell. Are you aware? It's carried out by different cells in the what? In the body. If your cells fails to carry out these processes, you start dying gradually. Am I communicating? Yes. I will start sending people out now. I think that is the best thing to do. I will start sending you out. If I hear people, you are out straight. You are in class. If you have any issue, you should ask me. Are we together? So that's why the cell is very important. That is saying that feed your cell, not your what? Stomach. There are things you eat, there are junks you eat, you are only feeding your what? Stomach. They will just go out of your anus and go. What matters is what the nutrients that your body collects from that what? Food you eat. It's not how big the food is. It's what nutrients is your body able to extract from that food. So if the food is 20 plates and your body is not able to get enough nutrients, your cells will start having issues. And they, yes. All right. It's what the food contains. It's not about the food itself. It's what it contains. Are we together? Now let's go over to the non-living parts. Non-living things do not carry out metabolic processes. Non-living things do not carry out metabolic what? Processes. Non-living things do not carry out metabolic processes. Now, you know different levels, forms of, about the types of metabolism now, the two classes of metabolic processes in the system. You know them, right? What are they? What are they called? The classes of metabolic processes in the system. Huh? Say it. Catabolism. I can't hear clearly. I said two, Good. Good. Definition. Yes, now. Metabolism, we have what? Anabolism and what? And what? Catabolism. Anabolism building up. While catabolism is what? Breakdown. Is that clear? So I listed some metabolic processes now. I listed photosynthesis, respiration, digestion. Which of them is a catabolic process and which of them is anabolic process? Examples of anabolic process from the ones I listed.
Maybe like photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis is what? Anabolic, right? Good. Photosynthesis is what? Anabolic. Because
I don't know.
Digestion is what? What of respiration? What actually is respiration?
The exchange of gases.
Lie. That is not respiration. That is just inspiration and expiration. That is not respiration. So if you are asked to define respiration, is that what you say? Taking in of air and bringing up taking of oxygen and bringing up no. That is not. That is just inspiration and what inspiration. It's part of it, but not that's not. Then who can tell me what is?
Breaking down
Of what?
metabolic.
Breakdown of what? Continue. You are there. Continue. Are you looking at it up somewhere? It's breakdown of what? You know. I told you something that if say it, stop talking to him. Say it. If you know, you say it. If you don't know, you keep quiet. Stop talking to him. You on the right track, but you stopped. Why? It's breakdown. Yes, actually, it's a breakdown process. There's a breakdown. Actually, that nutrients you get from your food, especially your sugar, glucose, when you get to at the cellular level, oxygen enters through what? Inspiration, right? Breathing in, oxygen enters, goes to the cell to break down these what? Nutrients, to release what? Energy. That's actually what the respiration is. Yes. So taking in air is just a process that leads to that, because oxygen must enter first. So if it breaks down, carbon dioxide will come out. True of us? Yes. Then the energy in the form of ATP will now be released, and that is the energy the cell used to carry out its what? Activities. If all the cells in your system is carrying out their activities, they have the energy to work, and that's why you say that you are healthy. But once your cells don't have the energy to do anything, they will start dying. You start falling sick. Before know what's going on, they say that the person is weak. The person is what? Dead. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Am I communicating? So it's actually a catabolic what? Process. That's a breakdown of what? The nutrients to release what? Energy in the form of what? ATP. So the living organism carry out these processes, but not living organism, they do not do what? Carry out the process.
Adenosine triphosphate.
Say it again.
Adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate.
Adenosine triphosphate, right? Ade as in ade now. Nosine. All right, let's continue. By God's grace, if you're able to get to respiration, then we go into that in detail. I just mentioned it for you to be able to understand. All right, please, let's continue, please. All right. Let's look at under characteristics. All right, homeostasis. So living organisms maintain a stable internal environment. Living organisms maintain a stable internal environment. A stable internal environment despite changes in their external environment. Living organisms maintain a stable internal environment despite changes in their what? External environments. Despite changes in their what? External environments. Then under non-living things. Non-living things do not maintain a stable internal environment. Non-living things do not maintain a stable internal environment. a stable internal environment. You said you've done homeostasis, right?
Yes.
Tell me, what do you understand by the term homeostasis?
Ability for organisms to maintain a stable change. This
In the environment.
yes, regardless of the.
This is should be fine. I said, let me understand. Tell me what you know about. Not you should
Okay,
don't
so
define
now,
it.
let's say now there's cold, like the weather is cold now.
Okay.
Your body will try to make sure that you are warm. Every time bring out the energy, blah blah blah.
In my own words, it's the ability for let me talk. I was talking about Lucy. It's like the ability for organisms to adapt like external environment.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Adapt.
No, not adapt. Like,
Let me tell you one show.
Huh? We cannot hear you. You say what? Project your voice.
speak out.
Okay. I want someone that will, Okay, no problem. See, basically, you know that there are a lot of parameters in the body. We are making noise in this classroom. I'll send you out. I'll send you out here. Focus. Now, there are different parameters in the body. We have blood sugar is there. Blood pressure is there. Body temperature is also there. All these parameters, if their value increase too much to a particular level, is a problem in the system.
Yes.
If they get so low, it's also a what? A problem. Am I communicating? Now, so the body has a way of trying to. The body has a way. You don't answer call in a class. You were not taught that. You don't answer call in class. If the call is so important that you must speak it, go outside. If not, switch off your phone and silence it. You are in a classroom, for crying out loud. A teacher is what of a teacher. You are answering call. Eh? I don't understand it. It's a free world. You can go outside and do whatever you want to do. When you're done, you do what? You come in. That's the right attitude to class. All right. So the system will try everything possible to maintain those parameters at normal range to avoid causing issues, irrespective of whatever is happening, irrespective of whatever is going on in the environment. The environment may be you trying to consume excess, not only about temperature, even you eating junks, eating anything that's sweet, you take it. All the biscuits in the whole world, you have tested it. You keep eating junks nonsense up and down. Your body is trying to ensure that the sugar level is not too high. Your pancreas is overworking to keep releasing insulin to ensure that your blood sugar is not too high. But you, out of ignorance and stupidity, you just be doing what you like. Anything you see, you eat. A time will come that your pancreas will become tired. A time will come, you are overstressing it. This is, apart from those one that comes from hereditary point of view, this is the genesis of most of us. When you get to 50, 60, you start developing diabetes. This is the nonsense you eat now. The more normal food you eat on its own has enough enough sugar that your pancreas need to battle with normal food you eat. By the time they come down, they are digested and absorbed, assimilated. They present with enough sugar your pancreas is trying to battle with. You said no. It's not enough. Anything you see, you eat. Anything carbonated, you drink. Whatever so far is sweet, you keep eating. Continue. A time will come, that pancreas, that is why you are still here, is that the pancreas is trying everything possible to bring your sugar level to what? Pancreas is busy converting, taking it back to what? Storing it to. Doing everything possible to clear it and leaving the normal time, the normal one your body needs. But you say no, I don't want. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. A time will come, you become tired of that work. If you are the one that is, your duty is to be pouring, he is pouring water here, you are only is to be taking this water away from this place. This human being here refuses to rest. He keep pouring the water. A time will come, you get tired. True of us, you become overburdened. That's what happened to our pancreas. And when that happens, you start seeing problems. You start coming up. There will be no more much insulin. There are other factors anyway that take care of that what? Glucose. That's why you see them. By the time they go to 50, 60, they start going to hospital, they start injecting insulin. Insulin naturally that should be synthesized, secreted by the islet of what? Langerhans is no longer enough because the pancreas is overburdened. That's why you see them developing what? Diabetes. Apart from there are people that have issues with their pancreas normal on their own, maybe whatever reason. I'm talking about even a healthy person can cause issues for himself by what you take in. Am I communicating? Now that's why today a lot of people develop. Go to hospital now, you see what I'm talking about. Go to pharmacies. Diabetes is on the high side. We eat junks every day. We don't even eat good food. So what am I saying? The body is trying to. So the body will keep bringing that blood sugar to normal level. That's what you call what? Homeostasis, controlling it. That's one of them. Blood pressure is also one of it. The body is also trying to do what? Bring down the pressure of the blood. It is also a homeostatic process. Yeah, question. Ask.
About that lizards don't have the ability to maintain temperature.
Sorry, about what?
Let's say lizards.
Okay.
They don't have the ability to, like the homeostasis, to be able to maintain temperature around them. So when they sun, their body tries to compete with the temperature in their environment, like the stimuli in their environment. So if they sun, their body wants to be hot. If they cold, their body wants to be hot. So does that mean they don't have what every other animal? And that's why I use the word adapt, because they adapt to the external stimuli around them. That's why I use that word to define homeostasis.
If you cannot use adaptation as the way that adaptation means a lot of things. Am I communicating? You not use it to define homeostasis. That's what I'm making. I'm not saying, there are some words that you can use. They may make sense, but to some extent, but it's not what you should use as a standard word to be used in definition when you are asked question. Maintain is the best. Maintain, not really adapting. Maintain. Am I communicating? Yeah, because not every organism we want to be like that. Okay, if not, because of your lifestyle modification, your body will not adapt and become healthy. True of us, yeah. Their lifestyle you will keep doing. Their body will not adapt to it. Their body will try to maintain your normal distance. But if you cannot, you start developing diseases. That's why if not, then that means we will not be developing all these diseases now, because our body will do what? Adapt to it. That's true of us. Your body will adapt to the stress. You no need for disease, no high blood pressure, no sugar, this thing. If your pancreas is not working again, your body will do what? Adapt to the high sugar. You will not fall sick now. True of us. if mosquito bite you, your body will do what? Adapt to it. You not have what? Malaria again. No. Your body will try to maintain at a point. If it's becoming overburdened, it may become weak. The immune system may even go low. Then that particular disease will do what? Manifest. So I am not saying that you're totally wrong, but you cannot use it as. Am I communicating? So that's the point I'm making. So even though this is not homeopathy, but I just want to link it to what you have done, so you understand it better. Now, but for non-living organisms, they don't have such what. Okay, we have said that, right?
Yeah.
Now let's look at another characteristics. Let's look at growth and development. Growth and what development. So living organisms grow and develop according to their what? Genetic instructions. Living organisms grow and develop according to their genetic instructions. Living organisms develop and grow according to their genetic instructions.
Genetic
Instructions. On the side of on the part of non-living organisms, they do not do what? They do not grow and what? Or develop. Yeah, even though some of them may carry out depositions where you have crystals. But that is not actually growth per se. Am I communicating? It's not actually growth per se, because the actual growth takes place at the cellular level. Am I communicating? It's actually the cell that divides that lead to what? The growth. But non-living organisms, they don't have cells, so that one is not actually growth, but it's just more of what? Deposition. Maybe the particles will just be depositing with time. They'll do what? Become bigger in size. That is not actually the standard meaning of what? Growth as per what biology. Am I communicating? So that's why we can categorically say that non-living organisms, they do not do what? Grow or what? Develop. Now the next one is what? Let's look at reproduction. Reproduction. Yeah. So living organisms reproduce to ensure the continuation of their species. Yes, living organisms, they do what? They reproduce to ensure what? The continuation of their what? Species. If the first set of human beings that appear in this world, even if the first set of human beings that appear in this world did not reproduce, I don't think we'll be here today. True of us, because they want the species, which is the what? Homo sapiens, to do what? To continue. Am I competing? That's why we are here, and that's where tomorrow now we become mama and reproduce. True of us, you will bear your own children. Some may have your eyes, some may have your ear, some may have their father's nose and your eye, some may have their father's height. That species will do what? Continue what? You rarely see a human being that gave birth to monkey. I don't think it exists. No, I mean man and woman. I'm not saying man and monkey. Man and woman. At the end, they give birth to monkey.
But I can see it.
Something is wrong somewhere. Am I communicating? So it's expected that we give birth to our own what? Species and continue, because all the information is embedded in the what? The gene. Am I communicating?
Yes,
the nucleus give the information on what, how your nose will look like. No. I think let's take the nose from the father's what? Gene. Let's say the eye from the mother's gene. Okay, you have your father's eye and your mother's. That's why some men, if their wife gives birth and there's no way, they'll start suspecting. They'll start pushing. Let's go to what? DNA. And some of them forget that this gene came from generation. It may be their great grandfather. You may not know. Maybe their great grandfather have a very strong gene, have a very strong dominant distinct that appeared in their second or even third generation. They will start disturbing an innocent woman and that's saying, no. That's one mistake people make. They forget. They think it's all about everything doesn't end here in this generation. Yes. You may see a dark woman, a dark man. They told them are very, very dark. Give it to one a fair bit. They may not know how their great grandfather look like. It happens. It happens. So that's what you see in reproduction. All right, now let's look at another. Let's look at another characteristic. So let's look at. For what?
For the reproduction.
Okay, not living things do not reproduce. They do not reproduce. All right, so now, living things. Okay, let's look at response to stimuli. Use plural. Stimuli. Okay, response to what? Stimuli. Living things respond to internal and external stimuli. They respond to what? Internal and what? External what? Stimuli. Things like light, temperature, or even touch. Light, temperature, touch. There are many of them. So living things responds to what?
Internal and external.
Both internal and what? External what? Stimuli. Are we together? Now, but non-living things. Non-living things do not do what? Respond to what? Stimuli. They do not respond. The one you see them do, you think is response. It's not actually real response. They are being forced by external force to do it. You think that they are not responding actually to the stimuli. They are just being forced. External force push them. Maybe if wind is blowing here, you see this fan will shift. This one is not responding to any stimuli. The force. Remember in physics, the force is higher than the resistance. It could have what? Presented, so it moves it away. That doesn't mean what? Response. But you are here, a breeze is coming, you say no, you shift to where breeze will not touch you. You are responding to the stimuli. True of us. You cover your eyes, true of us, you are responding to what? The stimuli. But this one, if it enter like eye, it remain there until the breeze will come and do what? Carry it and destroy it. True of us. When we blow in here, you see a pole. A vehicle will come in, you see a pole. A pole will be there looking at the vehicle. The pole will not move, true of us, because the pole does not respond to what? A stimuli. So if the vehicle hit the pole will shift. That doesn't mean that it has responded. It was an external force. But you as a human being, maybe there, you do what? You know that this pole is coming close. You do what? You shift. True of us? Yes. Then the way plant respond is not exactly the way animals do what respond to. Because plant does not move like what? Animal. Am I communicating? But the animal is rapid. It can easily move, shift, but plant may not. But if the plant is exposed to a particular stimuli, it can change its what? True of us? Yes. The way the growth pattern, it may change over time. True of us, because of what is coming. Am I communicating? It's also a response to what? External what? Both internal and external what? Stimuli. But it's not like that in non-living what? Organisms. Is that clear? Now, right, thank you. That's right. Now, the next one, let's look at another property or feature you can use to compare two of them. Then that adaptation you made mention of. Yes. That adaptation you made mention of. So, of course, living things, they adapt to their what? Environment in order to survive and what? Reproduce. In order to do what? Survive and what? Reproduce. But not living on means that they don't adapt to anything. They are just there, nothing to do what? Are we together? So,
In order to live and reproduce.
in order to do what? Survive and what? Reproduce. In order to do what? Survive and reproduce. In order to survive and reproduce. Now, let's look at evolution. Let's compare the two of them under evolution. So what happened under evolution? So over time, living organisms do what? They evolve over what? Time. See. Okay. Are we together? The living organisms evolve over time through the process of natural selection. Living organisms evolve over time through the process of what? Natural selection. Living organisms evolve over time through the process of natural selection. But non-living organisms do not evolve. Get a stone, keep that stone here. Thousands of years, that stone is here. True or false? But if it's possible to see how human being looked in 200 BC and now, everything is not the same thing. It will not be the same thing. Am I concrete? Even human beings to say, human being of now is weaker. Weaker in terms of maybe here because of the advancement, maybe here, maybe, but in terms of strength, because of our environment now, our environment now. Am I even saying BC? 1980, 1950. You know now, you want to travel from here. You want to travel from here to there. You enter Marwa 2. You get to where we are going. If you just trek for some time, you become tired because the environment is promoting it that you just enter there and go to where. But then there was nothing like that. They were trekking far distance. If you get to your mate that time now, he may even blow you fall. What you eat now is not what they were eating that time. Now you just, in the morning you buy bread and cook. In the afternoon you eat noodles. In the night, some of you will just eat. Some don't even eat good food. But most of the things you drink juice and go and sleep. But then they eat anything they eat, anything that is not real food is fruits. True of us. Fruits, nuts. Am I communicating? You can't compare someone that is eating that type of food with you. You cannot compare the two of them. You can't compare. That is the real organic food. So the environment alone has made us to evolve to this level and other things. Now you may look more polished. That one is there. Those that time now, because most of them we are so dirty, hairs. Now, apart from that, there are other areas, aspect of what evolution. They told us from and actually, if you study the five kingdoms, starting from Monera, if you are coming down and going to each of them one after the other, yes, the Bible told us that God created Adam and Eve, all those things. It's okay. Christendom, they believe their own. Islam, they believe their own. But if you also study evolution, if you trace all these things from the Monera coming down to animal, plant, if you go into a particular kingdom now, you trace them, you see it. You see an evolutionary trend that actually looks as if it's actually what? Real. Only God knows what happened. But the different science believe in their own, religion believe in what? In their own story of what? Even each tribe have their own belief in their own story. True of us. Some tribe believe that Oduduwa came. True of us, right? Some believe that Eri came. All those things. But the point I'm making is that if you look at this what science says, you see a trace of evolutionary trend from, let's start, even if you compare frog and fish, you start seeing some similarities. Am I communicating? They have terrestrial characteristics at the same time. At the same time, aquatic. You find that they start developing gills. They have gills, but fish has no lung now. True of us, only what? You start seeing this. By the time we enter that aspect of biology, you understand what I'm saying. These things exist in living organisms. There's evolutionary trends in what living organisms. But in non-living organisms, they're nothing like that. A stone is stone. Whether 20 years ago, 1 million years ago, a stone is what? Stone. True or false? It's a stone, unless the stone is destroyed. A stone is what? Stone, unless it's destroyed by external what? Force. Are we together? Alright, so now we are okay. Under living things, you see examples now. You can just put the 5 kingdoms from Monera, Protista, fungi. Huh? You say?
Kingdom, Monera, phylum. Phylum.
Kingdom, Monera, phylum.
No, under the classification of them.
Just give me 5 kingdoms first. If you don't go into them, just Monera, Protista, fungi, plantain, and what? Animalia. So each of them now you may have the example. Example of organism under Monera. One example of organism. Go be writing it down. Examples now. We are talking about examples of living organisms. List first the 5 kingdoms first. Then you give at least one example of each of them. You are okay with that? Under Monera example. Bacteria under Monera. Bacteria. Example, yes. Yeah. Or even blue-green algae is also there. Then under Protista anchor. Under Protista example. Under Protista example. Example under Protista example. Tell me now. Under Protista example. You don't know. Dinosaur. All right. Here we have Ameba is there. Euglena is there. Pyramida, yeah. Remember that there are two. There are those that have plant features, those that have animal-like features, and one that is at the middle of them. We discuss them when we get there. Just put one example. Then under fungi, example. Mushroom. Mushroom is okay. Yeast is also okay. Rhizopus is also okay. Let's go. Next one is plantain. Plant or plantain, not plantain, no. Yeah, we are giving an example of each of the kingdoms now. Example, on the plant, just name organism. I know, not class, just organism. Go. No, I'm coming as see. Under we have different classes. I mean, one organism, not class. Just one organism is okay for me. Plantain. Fern, God bless you. Fern plant is okay. Fern is example. Fern is okay. Fern is okay. Under animalia.
Animalia.
What's your name?
What's your name? Me.
Suzanne. Why are you Suzanne? Are you not an animal?
I am animal.
Animal. But if you got Who told you as a high animal?
Child, animal is child, yeah.
Animal is animal. You're an
Animal
animal.
is child, yeah. Pastor, we have control over those animals.
You're an animal.
Yeah, you have control over lions.
Don't mind me. Alright, here you can have your just dog is okay, human is okay, anyone is okay. We are not going deep into the classes, so we'll still do that. So I just want to mention one example. So and then under non-living organism now you start seeing name them stone, what are they? Metals, plastic, all those anything, power bank. God bless you. So those ones are what? Non-living organism. Non-living what? Hello. All right. In our next class, are we together? In our next class, we go over to cell. We go over to cell structure and functions of cell components. In our next class, we go over to cell structure and functions of what? Cell components. Cell structure and functions of what? Cell components. So that's where we'll start in our next class. Sorry. See, my name is Chetana.
Chetana, it means something. What's the meaning?
Okay, if you dissect it from here,
Cheta.
Nna means father.
Father.
Remember.
Remember my father.
Remember my father.
Sir, that means the name your father or grandfather.
Anyone. All right, thank you very much for your attention. God bless you. I ask.
Tell you,
People.
if someone gives you now, why should I the name of that thing that normally flows? Is it gene? Have you what? No, there's one word that normally flows like heal the wound.
Master, I don't compare that.
I'm coming.
No, that's not what you say.
Yes. Is that what?
Someone
You don't need to know that
It's not plasm or platelet or
I think it's something gene. Like it starts from H, I can't remember. That thing that heals the wound.
Okay,
What healed the wound? You know, did they have,
They said their head, they said they have two types of category. That there are some people that they're injured, the wound has been closed. Now there's another person that if they're injured, the wound will close. So the name of that thing,
sometimes it might be because of sickness. That's why
no, they say they are those people like those people they lack something.
I'm saying now because of they lack something. That's why.
is it those that have issues with vitamin K?
There's one name they're calling by
Hemophilia.
Go and check Google.
my second question is those
Ask now, I'm going.
that have ulcer. They say mostly it's they lack, they don't eat well, like but there are some people that they used to eat well and they still
They said it's because of the acidity of the food, not eating that will cause
And also, there are this bacteria that can lead to ulcer too. We call it H. pylori. H. pylori is a bacteria that can actually cause ulcer. So it's not always all the time not eating well. Sometimes it can be caused by. There are some ulcer patients that have no business with H. pylori. Some have H. pylori.
Did I say I was
All right, thank you. God bless you.